Looking for something tasty? Under $3? McValue was made for you. Whatever you're craving, however you crave it, McD comes through. Get all these items and more for under $3. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 1226 this morning.
Looking ahead to your morning, how to keep yourself and others safe during this holiday weekend. Plus, the Supreme Court making a ruling on South Carolina's defunding of Planned Parenthood. But first, we're taking you outside, giving you a live look at Grovetown at I-20. Good morning. I'm Ashley Campbell. Thank you so much for waking up with us at 7 o'clock on your Saturday. I'm sure a lot of you were tired if you were celebrating last night. I know, Chris, that I'm tired because I was woken up several times because of it.
Well, I'm tired because I went out to Evanstown Center Park to see the fireworks last night.
Wasn't it beautiful?
It was beautiful. They had to launch them early because a thunderstorm was encroaching very quickly, but they did get the show in last night. So definitely a beautiful scene out there. It was a little bit hot. The good news is it may be a little cooler for your dog walk this morning.
All right.
Yeah, this one brought to you by a little Penny, looking cute and adorable early on your Saturday morning. It's going to be partly sunny by 11 o'clock, 87. Northeast winds at 12, maybe 13 by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, gusting 20 to 25. So just a little bit breezy out there for you, upper 90s. Meanwhile, off the coast, we do have tropical depression number 3 that has formed, and it will likely become a tropical storm later on today. We'll tell you all about that. I have the current forecast track in just a bit.
As 4th of July celebrations continue throughout this weekend, it's important to remember that they can impact veterans in our community, and we do live in a huge military community. The Department of Veteran Affairs says that about 12 million U.S. veterans have PTSD. Your Kennedy Payne spoke with one who has a message for you before you light up the sky.
Well, they say the biggest thing is to be mindful of who may live next door and to talk to them before celebrating. The skies might look like the ones behind me this weekend, loud and vibrant, but for veterans with PTSD, it can be triggering because fireworks don't just light up the sky, they light up memories too. 4th of July celebrates freedom, but some veterans are still fighting for peace.
If I hear a car backfire, I jump. It doesn't matter where I'm at. When I'm not home, when I'm not in my safe places, my radar is going. What's going on around me? What do I need to be aware of?
Mitzi and Wrdw served in the Navy, and they often still carry wounds you can't see.
His favorite line. Oh, I remember when I was in Bosnia, and he gets these great memories and he talks, and all of a sudden he'll stop, and the rest of it sinks in. So even the best memories can have a backbite.
But PTSD doesn't wear a uniform.
It affects everybody, first responder, people who, in a regular job, there's a lot of folks that went through the stuff at 9/11 at Ground Zero that have terrible PTSD.
It changes their routine, especially this week.
We don't travel the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, period. We do everything in our power not to leave the property. It's not because we're homebodies, it's because there's so much that is beyond the normal.
It's not the fireworks themselves, but what they are reminded of.
The loudness of it, the volume, the sudden blast of it, the visuals of it, all of those used to be signs of danger.
Ron and Mitzi say they don't want pity. They want you to pause.
If you're planning on having fireworks and you let your veteran neighbors know, we're going to do fireworks and we're going to try and do them between this time and this time. That heads up, I can breathe.
And if you're comfortable, help is here.
Augusta VA offers same-day mental health services. Someone could walk in and ask to speak to someone if they're having a particularly tough time. We also have trauma-focused therapies available. You can ask your primary care provider for a referral or even just walk in and ask for one yourself.
Ron and Mitzi say it's important to be present for others.
Make sure that you're available, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally available to help.
Because it may not heal wounds, but it's a reminder that you don't have to carry it alone. And if you're struggling with PTSD or you know someone who is, you can reach out to VA Augusta or call the Veterans Crisis Line at 988 and then press 1.
Independence Day weekend also means the chance to hop on a boat and enjoy the water at Clarks Hill. While you're out on the water, so is Georgia DNR. Your Audrey Dickhurber explains how they're going to be keeping an eye out for boaters not following the law.
With With the holiday weekend coming up, officials are expecting to see more people out on the water, but they've also seen an increase in DUIs and are adding more ways to help keep people safe. Many people are hoping to do this over the holiday weekend.
Our kids are coming up the 4th, so we're gonna do some grilling, go on a boat ride, pull tube, just have a good time.
For 8 years, they've been coming to Clarks Hill, especially to celebrate the 4th.
The water's beautiful, it's nice and warm. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people out here this weekend, and hopefully everybody can stay safe.
But he isn't the only one expecting to see more people.
For the past 2 weekends, we've had decent weather, and there's been an uptick in boating under influence or safety violations. And that being said, is because the weather's good and it's bringing people out. So that's the reason I think we've seen such an increase in activity.
They've already had 10 BUIs on Clarks Hill before the holiday weekend, compared to having 15 for the whole summer last year. And now they're adding other ways people can stay safe. It's as simple as pulling out your phone.
The books would run out, the books would get water damage or anything like that, and it just wouldn't suffice what the public needed.
Now the most updated information and laws will be available for anyone online. They also plan on trying to teach boater education in schools. This on top of the classes they have outside the school year, trying to make sure they reach as many people as they can.
With increased activity on the water, more boaters, more people in the water, just be safe, keep your head on a swivel.
So that you, your family, and others feel safe to come out, regardless if it's a holiday weekend or not.
Don't go flying close to nobody, especially if in the water. You can slow down, avoid them, just like driving a car.
And Georgia DNR says these signs will be placed all around the lake to help push boater education and safety overall. Reporting in Appling, Audrey Kerber on your side.
We're in the middle of what law enforcement calls the 100 deadliest days of summer. Between Memorial Day and Labor Day is the most dangerous time for teen drivers and drunk driving. These stats are more than just numbers. They're stories of people's lives who will never be the same. Your Sydney Palmer reports.
I couldn't hear anything. It felt like a bomb erupted. Holidays will never be the same for Matilda Torres. I was sitting in the parking lot of Kroger. I had just went inside to go buy some flowers for someone from military golf, and somebody smashed into me, like full speed, head-on collision.
The details of the day still fresh, even after a year.
The smell, sound, and then the feeling. My chest got burnt. My hands got burned. My face split open from here to here. My Honda logo blew in my face.
And memories aren't the only thing left behind.
People comment on it all the time. You know, people say, oh, you have lipstick on your face, or you have makeup all over your face. Like, you should get a mirror. And people are so rude, even sometimes when you inform them that it's a scar.
Last year, the Georgia Department of Transportation says there were 422 crashes that involved driving under the influence across the CSRA. And experts say the 4th of July will likely bring more.
Nationwide, about 40% of all the fatal crashes during this holiday weekend are related to drunk driving.
With holiday traffic at the highest on Thursday, safety is a major concern. Before driving under the influence, remember that your actions could change a life forever.
You're so belligerent that you can't even take the time to be humane or have accountability. And after that, I never saw her again, but I have her face like engraved in my brain because I was so traumatized.
In Augusta, Sydney Palmer on your side.
Time now, 7:09. A suspect has been arrested in connection to a deadly hit and run, and law enforcement in Richmond and Burke counties think that there's still at least one person on the run in connection to this case. Investigators say that 23-year-old Xavier Wimberly was hit trying to cross Deansbridge Road. As he was dying on the side of the road, they say someone stole from him. Xavier's father says that a gold necklace that matches the bracelet he was wearing was stolen, and now officials are offering a $7,500 reward for anyone with information that it's going to lead to a suspect's arrest. His father also speaking at a news conference this past week asking for your help.
Have a heart. Think about, as my dad always told me when I was growing up, think of it as if it was your mother or your grandmother. How would you feel if you were in our shoes now, knowing that someone did it to your loved ones?
Back in May, just 3 days after Xavier was hit and killed, Richmond County deputies arrested Davion Williams in connection to his death. He's charged with vehicular homicide, hit and run, and driving under the influence. If you have any information on the items that were stolen or a suspect, you want to go ahead and call the tip line that's right there on your screen. That number is 706-828-3784. Richmond County deputies showing off their new HEAT vehicles this week. HEAT stands for Highway Enforcement of Aggressive Traffic and part of a statewide initiative by the governor's office. The goal for deputies driving these vehicles is to bring down traffic deaths and serious injuries by aggressive and impaired drivers. They're part of a $1.2 million grant that's going to support salaries, fuel, maintenance, training, along with the vehicles themselves. And these vehicles arrived just in time for this holiday weekend where extra patrols are going to be taking place, making sure that the roads are safe for you and your family. 9 months after Hurricane Helene hit our area, Richmond County says that it has cleaned up all of the debris. We're talking a total of 3,438,000 tons of storm-related debris. But this doesn't mean that cleanup efforts are over. There's ongoing recovery work in certain areas where crews are removing stumps and removing other items. Now, if you still have debris that is just from Helene and you need someone to pick it up, you want to call the Augusta landfill. Another South Carolina business is making a return. Bistro 55 in North Augusta is set to reopen later on this summer. We first told you that the restaurant was closing back in April. Well, now it's coming back with new management. We'll keep you posted on when that happens.
All right, it's going to be a hot start to the weekend, but mainly a dry start. We'll take a look at Tropical Depression number 3 and let you know if any rain is headed our way because of that in your full forecast when we come back.
Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Anna Christina. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us. We're here at Jimmy's Home Furnishings off of Horizon South Parkway for their huge Memorial Day sale, and I'm here with Jimmy right now. Listen, you've given us a tour of the entire store, but right now we're in the best spot where we can get some nice sleep. Tell us about where we are.
Yeah, now's the time to buy. Can't put a price tag on quality sleep.
That's
what
right.
I tell everybody, and savings makes it even better. So you can get up to $500 off select mattress sets. So now's the time. If you got that mattress that's old and needs replaced or want to upgrade, come see us.
Listen, they say the lifespan of a mattress is roughly 8 years, so it is definitely a good investment. And guess what? Over 95% of owners report better sleep when they buy a mattress like this. And this one is a bad mamma jamma.
Yes, this is,
Talk to us about this. AI technology.
AI
Are you
technology.
kidding me?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
So this one has cool gel infusion, gets 10 degrees cooler than your normal mattress. So
Okay.
who doesn't like to sleep cool?
That's right.
And it has a lot of features of AI technology. To your point, it charts your sleep, light sleep, no sleep, or deep sleep, and checks your heart rate daily.
Wow.
All AI technology, all run through your phone.
And it connects to your TV.
Yes.
It has a sound bar. You can move it up and down. Now this is up right now, but you were also saying it does, track your sleep if somebody's snoring.
Snore mode
I'm sure
takes
we
care
know
of snoring, so
someone
you don't have to.
who might
Exactly.
snore right
no more elbow in the back. This will pick up on that and
Okay, it'll
lift you
adjust.
up and adjust to stop the snoring.
And again, better sleep is so worth the investment. And again, Jimmy's Home Furnishings, they are located off of 806 Horizon South Parkway. Come check out the mattresses, get on them, feel them, touch them, do whatever you need to do. We're also going to be taking a look at living room sets when we come back again. So don't miss it. We'll be right back. Jimmy's Home Furnishings will be right back.
Welcome back. A lot of
Temperatures go down for the rest of the week.
A new report details a drastic drop in abortions across South Carolina since the state's 6-week ban went into effect. This is our first look at the impact that those restrictions have had. State House reporter Mary Green has those details.
This newly released data from the Department of Public Health paints two starkly different pictures of abortion access here in South Carolina from before and after August of 2023. That's when a Supreme Court ruling allowed the 6-week ban to take effect. Before that, South Carolina allowed most abortions through about 20 weeks of pregnancy. that was the least restrictive measure in the Southeast, and abortion opponents said it made South Carolina the region's abortion destination. New data from the Department of Public Health shows a 92% drop in out-of-state residents getting abortions in South Carolina from 2023 to 2024. The conservative Christian group Palmetto Family Council lauds the numbers, saying they show the law is working as intended.
There's no point in traveling to South Carolina now. And that's a positive. We don't want to be viewed as a state where I can go and end the life of another human being legally.
Meanwhile, the number of South Carolinians getting abortions in the state dropped by more than 40% from 2023 to 2024. Overall, there were more than 5,000 fewer abortions here from one year to the next.
We are now seeing, based on the number, 5,000 children protected and lives saved because of the heartbeat bill.
Planned Parenthood says it's seen the effects of this law in its clinics.
75% of the people who come to see us have had to be turned away. They want an abortion. They've already decided they want an abortion, but we are not able to help them provide the care that we are able to provide because they are too far along.
The organization says this hasn't ended abortions, just moved them to another state at South Carolinians' expense.
Half of all out-of-state abortions in North Carolina are from South Carolina people. So while the abortion ban in South Carolina has been very effective at shutting down care for people here, as we have always said, people will find a way.
This data runs through December of 2024. The Department of Public Health will release data from 2025 this time next year. Last week, people here in the CSRA and across the Southeast caught a glimpse of this meteor burning through the sky during daylight. In Atlanta, a meteorite from that event will soon be on display. Take a look there. It's a fragment of the 3-foot meteorite, and it was found by a meteorite hunter who gave it to a science museum in Cartersville.
It's really exciting for us to be able to see something like this. Like this was in space on, Thursday morning, and now it's here, and I can hold it in my hand. It's just amazing.
That really is so cool. Experts say that the fragment is a stony meteorite. That's a type that is billions of years old. They say by studying it, they can learn more about how it was formed and other things in space. Officials plan to have the meteorite on display by the end of summer. Good news for Buc-ee's fans. I know we've got one at our station. Georgia's newest location is now open in Brunswick. The third Georgia location is along I-95 and Highway 99 in South Carolina. Another Buc-ee's is on its way with a new location coming to Hardeeville, also along I-95 in 2028.
A little surprised we only have one Buc-ee's fan at the station.
Oh, actually, we have one who's a fanatic, and then the others, we say, oh.
Only one that wears the T-shirt to work.
Yes.
Indeed.
He's got the T-shirt. He's got a lot of stuff going on with Buc-ee's.
A lot of fans of Buc-ee's out there. Maybe you're a fan of the fishing game forecast if you're headed to the lake today. 10:20 will be the peak conditions for fishing based on the lunar cycle. Late tonight around 11:20 as well. We'll take a look at your weekend lake forecast. There's a lake wind advisory in effect when we come back.
Welcome back. It's Anna Christina.
Just a bit.
A father is fighting for his life after an accident he didn't see coming. Donnell Brown was making a delivery for the Family YMCA of Greater Augusta when officials say the van he was driving was hit from behind on Bobby Jones Expressway near Wrightsboro Road last Tuesday. That wreck causing the company van to roll over multiple times, and now his family and community are praying for your help. Your Sydney Hood shares his and his family's road to recovery.
Hands moving fast and hearts moving faster, showing up every day to serve, but not without feeling the weight of what's missing.
He was a hard worker. He was a strong guy, and he was willing to do anything that was asked of him. He always did it with a smile.
Donnell Brown's heart belongs to his community.
Donnell was one that was willing to pick up and do anything, so he also knew a lot of our YMCA team because he was a delivery driver. He didn't just stay here. He was taking food out into our communities and into our YMCAs, delivering and dropping off and picking up. And so he had connections throughout the CSRA and with staff far beyond just this location.
For years, he showed up,
serving his community and serving those that he cared about.
Now he is the one in need.
The news came to us Tuesday morning that we had a vehicle, YMCA vehicle, that had flipped.
Donnell driving the van.
While he was doing such good work for his community. He was on his way to pick up a load from Golden Harvest, which is a partnership that we have, and he did that load each week.
He's not just fighting for his life, but to come back to the place he loves the most.
His family. His entire family works for the Y. His sister-in-law is my marketing director. His wife was our child care director for several years. His kids are growing up in Y programs. Donnell was a volunteer coach for our soccer programs. He helps with every bed delivery, whether it's loading beds, putting them together.
Doing so with a smile and a heart full of passion. In Augusta, Sydney Hood on your side.
The Family YMCA has started taking donations on behalf of Donnell's family to help with medical costs. They're just asking you to keep that family in your thoughts. A suspect was arrested in connection to that wreck. You're taking a look at 63-year-old Daphne Collier. She's charged with serious injury by vehicle, DUI less safe, reckless driving, and following too closely. The incident report states that witnesses saw Collier weaving through traffic and using several lanes before that crash. An update this morning to a 12 on your side investigation.
They're now 9 games below 500, and their chances of making the playoffs are looking a little slim to none right now. Sticking in A-Town, Thursday, former South Carolina Gamecock Alicia Gray was named the WNBA's Eastern Conference Player of the Month for the second time this season, becoming the first player on the Dream to ever earn that honor. She's also the first Eastern Conference player to do it in back-to-back months since 2019. That news came just days after Gray was also named to her 3rd straight All-Star game. This year, not just getting selected, but becoming an All-Star game starter for the first time ever.
It's a testament to the hard work that I put in. I think I definitely earned and deserved being an All-Star starter. I feel like I played at a high level this season and being consistent and a consistent player, so it's very exciting. The break is always nice during the season, so I kind of use All-Star to, let my hair down and have a good time.
And in case you missed it, the greatest athlete of all time took the stage and dominated once again Friday. No, I'm not talking about LeBron or Messi or Tiger. I'm talking about the 17-time undisputed GOAT of hot dog eating, Joey Chestnut. In one of the epic scenes in sports, Jaws put down 70 and a half hot dogs and buns, just 5.5 dogs shy of his world record 76 that was set back in 2021. It's the 7th time out of his 19 contests that he's put down 70 or more glizzies, and the win marks 17 Nathan's famous titles out of his 19 appearances. Those are absolute video game numbers for Chestnut. This was his first July 4th back in Coney Island since 2 years ago when he was banned by the Nathan's famous contest that was caused by one of his sponsorships. But when you're the GOAT of your sport, nothing can stop you from coming back to dominate.
It was a hot 4th of July. Let's take a look back at what was your Friday, July 4th, 2025. The high yesterday, 96. The low, 71. That was about 1 degree warmer than average for this time of the year. Today will be a couple of degrees cooler and a lot less humid, but we do have a tropical storm lurking off the coast. We'll find out if it affects our weather in the CSRA in the full forecast when we come back.
Welcome back. It's Anna Chris.
The legislation includes tougher restrictions on medication.
Well, if you'll be headed to the lake to do some fishing for the holiday weekend, here's your fishing game forecast. A lot of sunshine today, really no rain to worry about. Peak conditions right around 10:20 this morning, again around 11:20 late tonight. We'll have a look at that lake forecast and your weekend travel forecast when we come back.
If you have to add all these items and more for under $3. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Good news if you're a fan of Waffle House. The restaurant chain is no longer running that 50-cent surcharge per egg. That surcharge was announced back in February during that nationwide egg shortage. So if you go there this morning, your bill's going to be just a tad cheaper.
$3.
Every little bit helps.
6 eggs. Not really, but yeah, every little bit does help. Bird watching forecast today, I've got a dove here captured on the birdie cam. You may not know, I had a pet dove for 29 years. My cat caught it when I was a young kid.
Aww.
And so always special when I see a dove there, although he is slinging around the bird feed. Hope he knows that stuff's not free. 89 degrees at noon, a mix of sunshine and cloud cover. 90s for the afternoon today, but humidity will be low, rain chances low, and temperature's still pretty high in the low to mid 90s. Right now, a lot of sunshine there in Grovetown. If you are headed to the lake today, it is going to be very, very nice. 92 degrees, but there is a lake wind advisory in effect today for wind gusts up around 30 miles per hour on the water. Use extra caution on the water, wear your life jacket, and the water temperature good for a swim at 87. First Alert Radar Network is dry all across Georgia and most of South Carolina, but if you are traveling to the South Carolina coast today, high risk of rip currents and a lot of rain headed the way basically from Hilton Head up to Myrtle Beach. So if you want to go to the coast, maybe head to Tybee Island, down to St. Simons, head south on the Georgia coast. Right now, 75 in Augusta, 77 in Atlanta. The Braves will try to beat those Orioles later on today, and the weather should hold out for that game. Holding out here for your outdoor plans. 94 today, only 90 tomorrow because it will be a cloudy day tomorrow. Maybe even a few showers with Tropical Storm Chantal well off to our east. Don't get used to the cooler weather. We heated up Monday and Tuesday, highs all the way into the upper 90s. All right, we'll have the very latest on Tropical Depression number 3 tonight at 6 and 11. Until then, have a great day.
Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Anna Christina. We're